You know, we were supposed to review a 700 horsepower Cadillac CTS-V that was owned by Richard and Caitlin DeMario, some really good friends of mine that I've known for almost a decade. And instead they stuck me with their daily driver because their Cadillac is broken. What a shock. It just seems like their daily is just as cool. It's a 2008 Infiniti G35 XS on some triple chrome plated avant-garde wheels, a supercharger hiding underneath the hood. And in today's episode of Behind the Wheel, we're gonna be taking a look on if this is one of the most underrated, maybe slept on platforms out there right now that you can buy for under 10 G's. Because this is owned by the DeMarios, you can almost always expect there to be an Elden Ring lore ton amount of modifications on their car, and this one is absolutely no slouch. It actually has a Stillen supercharger kit. It's a V3 Vortec. It's got a boost heat exchanger, tile 50mm blow-off valve, 1050cc injectors. It's got different fuel pump, upgraded MAP sensors, oil coolers, trans coolers from Stillen, pro-tuned by Quantum Performance, arc grip catback exhaust, fast intentions high flow cat. It's over 400 horsepower and more carbon than anyone knows what to do with. Because if you have a brake fluid cover, it's best if it's carbon because it's lighter then. It makes the car faster, more faster. This is good, this is better in every way. Oh, that's not bad. Never mind, my knees touch the steering column. This is great. I really enjoy this. We're gonna drive like this the whole time. Just so that everybody's aware, I've never driven an XS. X obviously stands for all-wheel drive, S stands for sport, and originally I actually thought this was a G37, mostly because of the front end, but there was a brief period of time with Infiniti where that G35, G37 crossover was occurring. Now, one of the things that I absolutely love about these cars, guys, and gals, the one thing that you're gonna hear me talk about first and foremost is honestly the price. You can get one of these cars, which is a 300 horsepower all-wheel drive sport model with the nice seats, for around $12,000. Now, we just reviewed a 240SX that had 17 different colors and a bumper that came out of a box that was 6x6 for $8,500. So you're getting 4 doors, you're getting all the space you want, you're getting decent power for 12 grand. I just don't think you can go wrong there. Now, Caitlin's car is much more modified than a stock G35 XS. You have, honestly, almost everything under the sun either touched or dabbled with. It's got the wheels and tires, it's got 4-pot brakes, upgraded brakes, it's got upgraded brake lines, it's got a supercharger, it's got carbon fiber literally everywhere. So this car is definitely not $12,000. But what I want you to keep in mind is what you're getting out of the base model. I still don't think these interiors really look that bad. Sure, the infotainment's a little old, but really it's a 2008. It's 14 years old now, and it still does really well. I've always loved Infiniti Nissan interiors. I've always thought they've done a good job at being right in the middle of like quality and value. We're just gonna, I know the shifters, it's a single clutch, so it's a little slow. But it's so smooth. Even with the single clutch, and even though it feels a little slower, obviously, right? Because it's not a manual, sure, it's an automatic, which is gonna have some people all some sort of way, but you gotta remember what Caitlin said. It's a daily driver for a family, all right? You just look really cool while you're also driving your kids or dropping your kids off at school. Now this car 100% needs a supercharger. Caitlin introducing the supercharger in this car was the best decision ever. You can hear that blow-off valve just enough on the inside with your dual climate control, comfortable seats. For a modified car, the power just comes on so well. There's not even a blip. There's not even a tiny issue. as you're just flooring it. And the brakes, since they're upgraded, they feel fantastic. The biggest argument that I have with the fact that this is an Infiniti and that it's a 2008 is that they make the ugliest interior colors. If you're gonna buy a G35 XS, here's a couple things that you need to keep in mind. Now, one of the best things about this car that Caitlin says is the fact that it's 4 doors, you have space, you have seats. It looks good because it's modified, but mostly you get a good power band. I would also argue that if you're looking to pick one up, you need to get the XS with the upgraded trim options, such as the seats, the infotainment, and anything that you possibly can, because if you do get the base model of these cars, you lose some really good things. One of the things that you really need to get in here are the nice seats. If you can get the nice seats, you're pretty much halfway there. And if you can get rid of this creamy pile of poop interior, you're also set. Now, obviously for the things that we dislike, specifically Kate and also me, would be the fact that it obviously does not have a manual gearbox. Okay, it's an automatic, which means everybody that's under the age of 18 is gonna hate the car, but it's not. If you could get it in a manual, it would be preferred. I really do. I agree with that sentiment. It would be nice, but it's not the end of the world. The flappy paddles, they do a decent job. These cars haven't been touched by literally anyone in the automotive scene, outside of a couple people. Now, Caitlin only has a quarter tank of gas, but she's gonna get it back with none, because that's just how we do. Like, look at that. What is this? A modified car that behaves like a non-modified vehicle? It's impossible. I don't believe it. The moment you modify a car, it needs to go to the whole thing, all right? It needs to shake and rattle and be noisy, and there needs to be a bunch of check engine lights on. Oh, there's a TPMS light on. So there's one light on, which means we're good there. But besides that, it doesn't feel modified. It literally feels like maybe a 2016 just new car. That's literally what it feels like. Except you're not getting that, because the moment that you look at this car from the outside, you're seeing a lowered, badass car with some super slick wheels, which I would argue you're probably never gonna wanna buy right now because they're gonna be so damn expensive that you're literally almost gonna spend more on the wheels than you will the car. And there are people that do that, but I don't think you should be that person. Spend the money on the car. Sunroof, Steve? We're going yellow light, because we're in Appleton. In Eau Claire, yellow means, hey, slow down. In Appleton, yellow means, go for it, motherfucker. You better make it, otherwise the 6 cars behind you are gonna jam pack your bumper. So, woo! It sounds so good. We're ready for our trip to Target. We can fit all the useless inside this car, and the kids. A lot of people will buy a 4-door car and be like, oh, it's for the kids, you know, it's so that we can fit the kids in the back, except you have to remove the hips down of anybody that's over the age of 8 in the back seat of most of these cars, because nobody actually fits in the back, and then your wife is just mad at you. You actually have space in this car to fit people in the back, and it's not a Lexus LS400. This car is like one of just the easiest cars to jump into. It's also one of the ones that are most available, and you can tell that if you do it right, you can really make these cars look good. I mean, if this car was a movie, it'd be Ocean's 11, and if the car was a one-liner, it'd be You Had Me at Hello. I mean, everything about the car is very well put together. Sure, it's not the craziest or the loudest or the fastest, but it's definitely one of the best put together cars that we've probably driven on this series that is a little bit older and has a ton of modification. And for that reason, we give the interior a 6, an exterior a 7, performance is a 6, and the modifications on it a 9, which gets us a 28 out of 40. This is probably one of my favorite cars to drive because it does a lot of everything, and it's a used car that's been modified by people that really enjoy the scene, which means if you can do all of that and keep the car looking new, and the only and the only light that you have on it is the TPMS sensor, I'd say that you're doing pretty good. But let us know your thoughts in the comment section below, and if you're looking for wheels, tires, or suspension, be sure to check it over at fitmentindustries.com. I'm Alex, and we will see you later. Peace.